Hello, I'm Jessica Lowry and welcome to my introduction video. A little bit about my professional life. I'm a 6th grade math and science teacher at Allen Middle School. This is my first year teaching science and my 4th year teaching math. This upcoming school year we are implementing a block scheduling, so I'm really excited to teach these two subjects together, especially just because of the STEM endorsement program. I'm interested in that because I believe it allows for maximum student engagement, especially with personalized learning, and implements multiple subjects, cross-curricular, that allows students to problem solve real-life problems. My life outside of school, I live in Ortana, Pennsylvania with my boyfriend Zach and my cat Cuddles. And some things that I enjoy outdoor activities, traveling, and crafting. Now for the first chapter of the text. I believe it really encompassed what a formative assessment was, so I thought it was important to go over that before diving into the 7 strategies. I have the definition here and then some bullet points. I think it's important to know the difference between a formative and a summative assessment. Formative assessments come in many different forms, such as informal or formal. We have observations, we have different assessments, and then that all leads into the 7 strategies of assessment for learning, implementing the intended use of formative assessments. And then I have a quote there that focuses on the relationship between assessment and learning, as well as my teaching practices and philosophy. I really want to improve instruction and learning, which is what formative assessments should be used for, and then also include students in their own learning process. Now for the 7 strategies of assessment for learning. I have all 7 strategies listed here. You could take a minute to read all of those. And now for diving deeper into the strategies, here I have strategy 1 and strategy 2, which are both enabler strategies. And then you can also see I have quotes under each strategy that I believe encompasses what those strategies are. And then in relation and connection to my teaching practices and philosophy, once again, I really believe that students should be included in their learning process and the lesson objectives. I also believe that students should see what is and isn't quality work, which includes examples from life beyond just school. So creating real-world problems for them to problem solve through. And then I believe the teacher should model creating a product or performance yourself, and then the students should also do that. For strategies 3 and 4, strategy 3 is an enabler strategy, and strategy 4 is a destination strategy. Then I have some quotes under those as well. And these are the where am I now strategies. Students should be focusing on where they are now in that learning process. This is where the teacher should be providing effective feedback, which relates to my teaching practices and philosophy, because I'm really working on instilling that growth mindset in to all my students. So making sure that the feedback that I give is useful to them, and then making sure that I model how to self-regulate to all students, and I believe that's important in improving the students' learning. Then we have strategy 5, 6, and 7. These are the how can I close the gap strategies. Strategy 5 and 6 are floater strategies, and strategy 7 is a destination strategy. 5 and 6 really build off one another, and these relate to my teaching practices and philosophies because I want to use the formative assessments for my future lessons, especially with reteaching and enrichment, and then allowing students time to review their work and improve their work through student reflections. Some other alignments with teaching practices and philosophy, making sure it's goal orientation, it provides student motivation, definitely building that classroom culture, allowing sufficient time for practice, grading for their learning and not compliance, represent student achievement accurately. That also goes with the self-regulation. And then I have a quote there. Formative assessment is essentially an assessment focused on not judging, but on helping students to learn. So that is what I took from the chapter. Here are the references, and that is the end.